This is the video on the movements of the eye. Though the eye muscles are responsible for the physical eye movements, there are also gaze movements. These are separated into two groups, shifting and stabilizing. Saccades, smooth pursuit movements, and vergence movements are all shifting gaze patterns. Saccades are the rapid movements of the eye. They are responsible for us reading a page and skipping down to the next line, and looking all around a large room at a museum. They completely change our visual fields. The rapid eye movements in REM sleep are an involuntary type of saccades. Smooth pursuit movements are the slow movements of the eye. Since we innately want to keep an object in our center of view, we can track a car moving down the street, or a ball rolling on the ground. Weirdly enough, most people can't perform this movement without tracking a specific object. Try looking at a blank wall. Though you can move your eyes along it, you'll notice they end up jumping to the next point, which is actually a saccade. Lastly, vergence movements have to do with shifting our gaze to bring objects into focus. Look at the edge of your computer screen. Now look at the wall that's slightly further away. When your eyes bring those objects at different depths into focus, you are utilizing convergence and divergence. Convergence is involved with moving your eyes nasalward. Hold a finger in front of your nose, several inches away from your face, and slowly move your finger toward your nose. As your eyes continue to focus on your finger, you'll feel them shifting toward your nose, bringing them together to maintain focus. This is convergence. Now look back at that blank wall a few feet away, beyond your finger. You'll feel your eyes move templeward, or more straightforward. This is divergence. So what are your eyes actually doing? The fovea is the part of the retina responsible for fine detail vision. When our eyes try to bring something into focus, they do this by placing the image of the object on top of the fovea. This is why vergence movements have both eyes shift in opposite directions of one another. They are both trying to get the image over their respective foveas. This is why falcons and other birds of prey have such incredible vision. Not only do they have about 2.5 times as many photoreceptors on their retinas as us, but they also have 2 fovea per eye. This makes it so they have many different locations for convergence and divergence, and can therefore spot prey more easily. Since they dive at around 200 miles an hour, I guess this makes sense. Though shifting gazes help us track objects and bring them into focus, the stabilizing gazes are just as important and consist of vestibulo-ocular and optokinetic movements. These two systems work in conjunction to keep images on our retinas even when our heads are slightly moving. Focus on this donut. Now move your head all around. These movements are keeping your eyes stabilized on the donut even while your head is moving. These stabilizing movements also have clinical applications. For example, researchers evaluated patients with schizophrenia when they tried to fixate on a few points. Compared with the control, their eye movements were all over the place. Moreover, when they were asked to track an object using smooth pursuit movements, they struggled significantly, showing gaze patterns that didn't match the underlying track. This ends the video on the movements of the eye.